The Race By Grins is really starting to hot up. Joined by Jess Tubbs. Firstly, Jess, hello.
Hey, Paulie, thanks for coming out to Larajay.
We'll be in New Zealand very, very shortly. Both of us will be. I'm lucky enough to be across there, and you're more than lucky enough. You've got two representatives over there. Firstly, the excitement level around the slot race and the build-up.
Oh, I think it's terrific. I was involved with the slot race, the Phoenix, at the Greyhounds, and so seeing it from the ground up and all the work that goes into it, I know how much work it is. The club's doing a terrific job promoting it, and you can see on their socials all the things and the events that are tied around it. So we're really excited. I mean, we were thrilled to get one slot, but to be given two is just next level, so can't wait to get over there.
We'll mention your two slot holders in a minute, but it is something that's different. It's an experience. You say about the Meadows. That has just grown bigger and bigger, and I would imagine anyone, including yourselves, when you started off with it, you might have pie in the sky thought it'd get to where it is now, but it's just amazing where it is and what people look forward to now.
Absolutely. When you're starting things from scratch, to see them grow is so rewarding, and certainly the Phoenix is something that people know what that brand is now, and yeah, the Race By Grins is heading in that same direction. Last year we were sort of watching keenly from afar, and we had been offered an invite last year, but it didn't fit into our racing program for what we had planned, and when the opportunity came up again this year, yeah, we were thrilled, so yeah.
You've got Better Eclipse, and he is sponsored by the Kennards, basically. It's a different sort of name. You'll be able to get the whole name put out there, but I won't say he's your pin-up horse of the stable, but he is well and truly one of your favourites.
Absolutely. He's done an amazing job of helping put us on the map and paid for a lot of the improvements around the farm. So the rest of the horses should be grateful to him, that's for sure. But yeah, Phil and Glennis are people we've known for a long time, and when they asked us if we'd be interested in representing them, it was a real honour. So hopefully we can do them proud. And
it's great that they do. I know a lot of Australians may not be aware that they do invest in Australian racing, and they invest both sides of it. And I know that they're very incredibly passionate, both of them, about the industry and growing the industry and getting these sort of races off the ground. So I would imagine that's probably a little bit of the excitement value being associated with them.
For sure. They put so much into the industry, like you say, in pretty much every facet of it. You see them at the yearling sales around Australasia, and they've raced horses here with different trainers, and they support different trainers across New Zealand. They're amazing people, and yeah, hopefully they get some reward out of their support of this race.
Triple Eight, New Zealander who's come to Australia and done some terrific things. And I would imagine he is probably your sentimental favourite because he just keeps getting the job done when he shouldn't be either from time to time. He's going to be driven by Chris Elford. Honey Brothers are the sponsor, if you like, and we're not 100% sure on a lot. John Green, though, is the main person behind there.
Yeah, when we got the call from John, he's been speaking with Shannon, one of Triple Eight's owners, and when we got that call, we were pretty excited. We were taking him over anyway. We're so happy with how the old boy's going. We're going to take him over to target the races later in the month, and to get a call up in the race was very exciting because we know that with the right run, he can match it with anyone and he can run any speed. So we'll be hoping for a really good barrier when the draw's done.
And he is a sentimental favourite, and I know when being in a couple of the trips to New Zealand, the New Zealanders, they just love what he's still able to do. He doesn't know how old he is.
No, he's used to being the oldest one in the field, which I believe he is this time again. But no, it was really lovely. Even when we took him up to Sydney for the Miracle Mile Carnival, the Telfers that had him in New Zealand, they were keen to come and see him and give him a hug. He's just a dude. So, yeah, he's definitely my sentimental favourite. He's got the years on him now, as you say, but for what he's been able to achieve is just, we're so proud of him.
Chris Elford takes the reins. He must be wrapped to be a little bit of the Australian versus the New Zealand, if you like Larajay Farm will be purely the Aussies versus the Kiwis.
Yeah, that's right. Get a bit of that Tasman rivalry going. But no, Chris obviously one of the best drivers that we've seen, and you won't find many more competitive, so he'll always be out there doing his best.
He will indeed. Larajay Farms, what you guys are building, I suppose, and continuing to grow this travel component of it. You successfully has done 2 stints to Queensland in the winter. This is something a little bit different, but I'm sure yourself and Greg are excited about the adventure.
Yeah, it's all a learning curve, all the different forms and export things and quarantine and all that stuff we've got to learn. It's a great experience for me to go through personally just to be able to understand so we can approach it next time with a little more confidence. But I was absolutely a nervous mum all night last night waiting for confirmation from IRT that the boys had landed safely. But they're a terrific outfit to deal with and looked after them really well. So Greg's given me the confirmation they've settled in well at Stonewall, who we're very grateful for hosting us while we're over there. So, yeah.
They're also your opposition with BDJ, one of the main opposition.
That's true, but as you know, in harness racing, everyone helps everyone, and that's one of the best things about travelling horses. No matter where you need to go, people want to help you and, put their hand up to offer suggestions. So we might be competitors on the 14th, but for now, we'll help look after each other. Hopefully they get Greg to drive a few horses, keep him working.
They won't hurt him. Follow Larajay Farms on your socials, and I'll get you to rattle them all off. But I just prior to getting here, noticed that Greg put one up that the boys have arrived safely, and he's basically walking them out into the paddocks. He needs to get some leads with some clips on them, but other than that, he'll be right. But best way to follow what you guys do, because you put out a lot of content, and I think it's great the way you do it. But the best way, if anyone's watching this and don't follow you.
So we've got Larajay Farm Twitter, Instagram and Facebook now. I don't let Greg have access to it. He's allowed to provide content and then I can filter it from my end. We try and stay active. Our owners like to follow along and it's nice for people to see what we do. We're proud of our establishment here and what we put into the horses, and it's good for people who maybe aren't so keen on racing to be able to see the life behind the scenes a little bit of what our horses actually do, and that we're all just here having a good time and, most days, and looking after them. So, yeah, it's important.
It's also important for people like myself that think, I've got all the time in the world to come and do an interview. And then I saw this morning that they were on a plane and I was like, I may have missed the boat there a little bit. Thankfully, you hadn't gone.
Yeah, you just stuck with me, I'm afraid.
Not much better than Greg anyway, so that's fine. It's on the 14th. I'll be over there, so there'll be plenty of content coming backwards and forwards. And as I said, there's a great Australian feel. You'll be over there on the night, making sure that he does everything right.
Yeah, that's right. Got to keep him in the driving zone, so I better head over there and get the boys organised so he can, make sure he's ready to drive a good race.
The Race By Grins, as I said, 14th of April, Friday week. So not that far out now at all. Make sure you tune in, keep up to date. I'll be doing more interviews with a lot more of the people over there as well, but I'm really looking forward to it. And Jess, thank you very much for giving me 5 minutes of your time and good luck.
No worries. Thanks, Paul.